honey wheat ale. I'm using a recipe kit from homebrewing.org. Just wanted to try out a recipe with honey. I'm going to be making a honey beer this coming summer for my sister's wedding, and before I do it for the real deal, I wanted to make sure that I had the process down for using that ingredient. So right now we're just heating our strike water to 158 degrees. I'm going to be doing the brew in a bag method today, so I'm heating 6 gallons of water right now, and then I plan to use an additional 2 gallons of water to rinse the grains at the end, for a total of 8 gallons of water in the kettle, minus the water that's absorbed by the grains, which should probably be a little bit over a gallon. So that's the plan. So we got our propane going pretty strong here. Looks like I might have to run to the store during the mash process to pick up another tank. Both my tanks are getting kind of empty right now. So I overshot the temperature by a little bit, so we're going to have to add some cold water back to get back down to our target temperature. Let's see where we're at right now. So we're looking for 158. I'm currently at 168, so I have to drop it by 10 degrees, no matter. $158. Perfect. Alright, so we're doing brewing it back, so I gotta get my bag in the kettle. Sometimes this is an easier process than others. But I like to use my spoon. Basically, get down in there. Just want to get the bag fit to the side of the kettle, pretty much. But as we get our grain in there and we start stirring, it's going to make it a little easier. Okay, so here's our grains, and like I said, I'm using a recipe from homebrewing.org, so they sent me everything pre-milled. I usually go to a local place around here, but like I said, I wanted to try a tried and true recipe, and they just sent me everything, the honey and the yeast, and it was just easier to just get it shipped at home. The key with this is to really try to avoid clumps, so I'm going to try to pour slowly and stir. Sometimes it's helpful to have an additional person for this step, rather just pour in a bunch. Maybe like a third, and then I'm going to take a minute to stir this up, make sure that I don't have any clumps, dough balls in there. It smells amazing. So yeah, I got some nice movement going on in there. That's nice. Going faster than I usually go with this, but we've got these rice holes in here, so a little additional anticoagulation in there too. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a stir until everything's well incorporated, and we make sure that as we bring grain up from the bottom that we don't have any clumps. Looking pretty decent. And our goal with this recipe is after we've done adding our grains, we're looking to be in at 152, so my calculations are correct. It should be pretty close to that. You know, the temperature being in the high 30s today, we do have some insulation to keep this brew survey temperature while it's while it's setting. Now, oh, yeah. So now because of the cold weather, we've actually undershot. So now we're only at 148.5. So we just add some more heat. So back to the burner we go. So this is sort of a delicate process. We want to make sure we don't add heat too quickly and scorch the bottom. Reach our temperature, so basically I'm going to stir with my thermometer and just wait until we reach our target as we just slowly add heat. Now make sure that the bag is not too close touching the bottom. We have the heater on low, so the burner's on low, so just keep good velocity going with the stirring, get all the corners, make sure we don't have any clumps. That way we make sure we don't lose out on any deliciousness. 152, okay. So at this point, we can kill our heat. All right. Now it's time to tuck everything in for its nap, which we have about an hour that we're looking to do, so I'm going to do it in 20-minute increments. Get it insulated up, and we should be good. So with the temperature that we got today, I'm going to check on this probably every 15 minutes for an hour, just to make sure that everything stays at the right temperature. So first 15 minutes starting now. So we'll check back in on it in 15 minutes and see where it's at. Alright, 30 minutes in and time to check our temperature again. See how we're doing. Gonna upgrade to a fancier system sometime and keep these max temperatures more consistent. So we're right at 151. Want to heat that up again. Alright, so now the time is up. I'm trying to drain the bag, which is always fun. So we're just going to just want to stir up here. I'm going to start lifting out. I'm going to have this shelf from my kegerator that I'm going to use as a way to rest. Alright, should be pretty much at the end there. So we're going to work collected from the grain bag, so now it's time to just measure. See if we reached our target starting point. time to bring this up to a boil, so we'll check in on it in a little bit, see how it progresses. Looking at exactly 5 gallons, which is what we were shooting for. Now it's time to bring it over to the fermentation chamber. Pitch the yeast once we reach our target temperature. So the fermentation chamber that I have here is a self-built son of a fermentation chiller, and I'll put a link down in the description for the build plan that I used for that. I built it a number of years ago, and it's been working great ever since. Today, I'm actually just gonna let the natural cool air chill the beer down to yeast pitching temperature. Um, During the summer, I put ice into the back of the fermentation chamber, and there's a fan that circulates the air through there. During the winter months, there is no real need to use ice. So instead, what I have is a paint can with a light bulb in it, and I repurpose the fan to circulate the warm air through the fermentation chamber. And at the end of fermentation, you just can drop the temperature and do a cold crash without needing any refrigeration. So just going to wait for this to get down to pitching temperature, and I'll check back on it later. Thanks for stopping by NH Home and Brew. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our latest videos, and drop me a comment to let me know how you like this video and what kind of content you'd like to see in the future.